Hey guys, it's Justin back with another episode for Junk Garage. We are going to talk about my high school truck. Chevy S10. This little thing has been with me ever since high school. I've had plenty of memories in it. It's just been one hell of a truck, in my opinion. So, we're going to talk about it a little bit. It is a 95 Chevy S10. Yes, she has some body damage. Big time. This wheel well right here is actually starting to rust through. It happens. Yeah, we got some dents. This dent comes from here all the way across into the tail light assembly, actually. It happens, and it actually came up underneath the cover a little bit, and it cracked the assembly. But she does have some stickers on her. She's got the Chevy symbol, and I am into actually tractor pulling. Me personally, I love them. I've been dealing with tractor pulling almost all my life. So we also got a Jag sticker up in the front, an Uno sticker, and a Thrush. Now, Jag sticker I got it from Dean a while back ago. Back when him and I were running around in high school, and that's how that sticker got there. I ended up helping him out with a lot of his stuff, and that's how we got the sticker. The Thrush sticker, however, this actually does have a Thrush muffler on it. This, I ended up putting a Thrush glass pack. Can't remember the part number offhand, but I mean, it is a good little thing to have. Cab corner is starting to rust completely through. I could put my boot straight through it. Ain't nothing too terrible, just little minor stuff. Fuel door, still the factory fuel door. And actually, a lot of people don't realize what this is right here. That's actually to put your gas cap in. So if you're standing here pumping gas, all you gotta do is just take your gas cap off, stick it in there, and it's actually a gas cap holder. So it's really nice to have. I don't have the little pad in there anymore. It's gone. But, I can still open and close it. It ain't no big deal. Yes, there's a straight hole all the way through. I can stick my finger all the way through. Floorboard is the same way. A little bit of rust there. Ain't no big deal. Ain't nothing too fantastic. But I had to put brand new. Well, this one's from a junkyard. This mirror is actually from a junkyard, and the passenger mirror on the other side is from a junkyard. I still haven't had to replace the actual rear view and the middle up there. Wipers I ended up getting when I first started driving the truck. Nothing really too major, so that's kind of the outside look of it. And yeah, you see the upcoming episode of that, where I have to slap the intake back on, replace bolts, all that jazz. It's going to be fun. Tires, I've had to put different tires on. When I first got it, it had oversized tires. Nothing really too god-awful, outrageous. It's just, they were starting to rub on the insides. I didn't like it, so I ended up taking them off, and I put the original wheels back on. So, and actually back in high school, I decided that I was going to run a CB, in which I still have a CB in this truck. I don't use it anymore. It blew up. I'm still searching for a decent CB so I can put back in it. I do have a nice little top for it. Ain't nothing too spectacular, Ain't nothing that bad, I should say. A lot of guys in high school used to make fun of it because they would actually call it the RC truck, because of the little, you'd have maybe a 3-foot whip coming off the top, and it was just fun. Yeah, I loved them. Absolutely love them. The bed Perfectly good. Yeah, I got some junk in there. I got weight in the back for this winter. Wasn't really too terrible of a winter, but yeah, still needed weight considering I smacked a pole. That's on the other side. That's how that happened. No big deal, you know. Not really a big deal. But so that's kind of the outside look, and you notice how this side actually has that flare for the bumper. That side does not. It's completely gone. And yes, that does say Sydney. It was from a company out in Sydney that used to have stuff similar to this. You know, not a big deal. So that's kind of the outside look of it. I'll switch into the inside view real quick. And I need door bushings real bad. She's starting to get pretty bad. I had this panel off, I don't know how many times. Crank windows, manual mirrors, ain't nothing fantastic. This is actually where my headlights are and everything. They're not automatic, I actually have to turn them on and everything. My dome lights do not work every time you open a door. So what I have to do is actually slide that up and they work. So if I ever needed to get in, I just boom bang in the dark. I know what I'm doing. So crawl into this thing. It has 195,000 now. It just rolled over. So when I said it was close to 200,000, I meant it. She was very, very close to 200,000, and this is where we're at now. 3 pedals. 3 pedals mean it is a stick shift. It is an actual 5-speed manual. The engine is a 4.3 TBI. That means it is throttle body injected. Ain't nothing really too fancy about this. It's a single cab. Yeah, the seats are a little shot. It's a work truck. I don't like to keep the seats absolutely spectacular all the time. There's no need to. It's a work truck. I bought it as a beater back in high school so I could just thrash on it and do stupid shit. And here's where we're at. Dean actually helped me put this in. It is a Pioneer aftermarket radio. And actually, when I was taking out the old one, it was actually an aftermarket, and they hardwired it in. I didn't realize that, so this one's hardwired into that top speaker up there, that speaker, and this speaker. That one does not work whatsoever. It's just a neat truck. You don't usually see this. The headliner's starting to fall down a little bit. You know, it's an old truck. Yeah, I can get pulled over for it, but, you know, who really wants to mess with an old S10? I mean, come on. I'm just trying to get to and from work, guys. But the dash, there's a little bit of cracking. I mean, you're going to get that with an old truck. Nothing's going to be pristine. But there's just a little bit of cracking, you know, nothing too major. It's not completely like I can actually hit on it, and it's not going to fall through, so thank God it's not a Dodge. So, Dean was talking about how he has Fords. I actually own nothing but Chevys. That's just my preference. I like Chevy. I like how they run their things. I know their history isn't the best right now, but we live and we learn, and we forget. So, I actually have to slam the door to shut it. Ain't nothing that big. Now that we're back on the outside, I actually want to show you guys something, and this might be a little weird to show people, but I absolutely think it's a great thing. That, my friends, is actually the air chuck for air shocks. I don't think you can see them, but right there's some of the shock. And there's the actual boot for the air. And it does work. It works very, very well. I've actually towed, I tow like a little trailer behind it every once in a while, just to get my mower to and from here at my house. But ain't nothing really spectacular about this thing. Again, this is a 4.3 TBI. And if anybody knows anything about them, they are dogs. So underneath the hood is a throttle body injection. Throttle body injection is, in my opinion, a glorified carburetor. The radiator out of this is actually out of an automatic. Whoever owned it before I did threw it in there just to make it work. So it does have some trans lines coming off the radiator on either side, and it's just one of those things that we don't really mess with. The blower motor still doesn't work. I haven't fixed that yet. I might end up doing a little tutorial video for you guys for wiring. I'm pretty much a wiring expert on a lot of stuff. I do all the wiring at work. It's not that too hard, not that too complicated. But, I mean, I could do a little tutorial if you guys want. It ain't no big deal. Yeah, I've replaced a slave cylinder, a clutch line. The clutch line I actually had to get from GM because no other parts store in my area really had one. It was terrible, absolutely terrible. But it was just something really simple and stupid that I could have fixed myself, but I just went ahead and bought a new one. I was redoing the whole thing, so I went ahead and got a new master cylinder for the clutch and new slave cylinder with the line on it. It's been running like a champ ever since. I think I need to get a new clutch for it, but I mean, I drive it. In all reality, the only thing your clutch really does is just engage and disengage the transmission. So it really isn't anything too bad. I know there's a piece of chrome missing out of my grill. These are actually brand new aftermarket, well, brand new headlight assemblies. I had smacked a deer throughout the summer heading to work, and I ended up buying a set off of Amazon, I believe, for like 30 bucks a piece. So I actually spent like 60 bucks on just new headlights, you know. Wasn't that bad. I couldn't really rob any of them off of any other car, because if you look at mine versus a 2000s, my headlights don't sit side to side. Mine are actually top to bottom. And then right down here is actually my turn signal. So there's my turn signal, there's my actual headlights. Just a marker light, really, is all it is. So trying to find it was kind of hard. I ended up finding a company called Eagle Eye. We're not sponsored by them whatsoever. I just like to talk about them. Eagle Eye is absolutely fantastic. Really just a fantastic company, in my opinion. They helped me out quite a bit. This is pinstriping. That's factory pinstriping, I believe. Doesn't feel like it, but I think so. I think when this was in the making, they decided to put a pinstripe on it just for looks. That's all it's for, just for looks. But my wiper motor every once in a while goes out. I have to get out and tap on it with my hood opener, which is actually a pair of pliers. So every once in a while I got to get out and tap on it and do stuff like that. But it does have shimmy, it does have a shake, but I'm not really too concerned about it. So back to my exhaust. I've actually had to put my second exhaust on this. I tried to redo the exhaust to begin with. It started up at the front and it came back, and it actually had a tailpipe coming out of the back. Well, it fell off probably about a few months after, because I got cheap. I put flex pipe in. Never used flex pipe. It is absolutely terrible for anything related to exhaust. It is absolutely terrible. But what I ended up doing is I ended up buying a new, well, I didn't buy a new Thrush glass pack. I ended up keeping the old one. I did end up finding it. And I ended up putting a down pipe just on the opposite side, right over here. It stops just after, I mean, literally right there where it stops. It's not that bad. I mean, all I really needed to do was to make sure that the exhaust wasn't coming back into the cab. So that's what I ended up doing. I ended up Oh, let's see. I put exhaust strap on it just to make sure that everything was running tip top and okay, so that the exhaust would literally just dump right there. I mean, there's nothing else that you could do really. I wasn't gonna put a brand new exhaust all the way across. I mean, this thing doesn't really need it. She's just an old beater. The hole's in the bed, so I will say that right there is actually used for a topper. So this originally had a topper on it, I believe. This is definitely an aftermarket piece of plastic that's on there. And sorry about the phone going off. I am technically on call, but we'll just squeak by what we got. But yeah, this is technically aftermarket. They cut the holes. I think they cut them too tight to where you couldn't get like straps and everything in there. I ended up cutting it out a little bit more, and it seems to work. And it did hold water, but I ended up drilling holes in either corner up in the front so that all the water would drain down, just so it wouldn't rot the bed out. You know, I do care about this a little bit. I do kind of want to have it. So yeah, this is pretty much the walk around and the talk of the S10, the beloved S10 that everybody seems to not really like and not really hate, but hey, does its job, and that's all I really care about. So if you guys want to see some more videos, we'll probably post some more up over this weekend. I know I got to do a oil change on this probably sometime soon. My oil pressure is like massively high. I might diagnose that, do something with it, and I don't know if Dean's going to do the shackle this weekend or not. I'll try to get a hold of him, see what's going on. But yeah, that's pretty much the walkthrough of the beast of an S10. It does run quite well for almost 200,000. So please like, subscribe, comment if you want. It's all up to you. But we'll make sure that we do what we got. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed.